Good morning, boys and girls. It's me, Miss Jo. I've got a surprise for you today. I imagine that you're missing school and your teachers. Well, I hope so. And so I've decided to read you a little story, one of my favourites from the class. If you're in my class, you might already know this story, but that just means you can enjoy it again. It's called Sloth Slept On, and it's about a funny animal that is all the time sleeping. Let's have a look. He wasn't like any other creature we had ever found in the garden. We asked him his name. We asked what he was doing up in our tree. But there was no answer. He was asleep. We had lots of questions, so we set off to find some answers. First, we asked Dad what he thought, but he was busy. We looked in all the books we could find. They were full of pictures and words and places and things. But there was nothing that looked like our new friend. Daily news, zoo outbreak. Zookeeper hunts high and low for missing animal. We knew he wasn't an elephant. He didn't have a trunk. He wasn't a tiger either. He didn't have any stripes. He wasn't a horse or a bear. He let out a loud snore. He was still asleep. Perhaps he didn't belong in our garden at all. Maybe he had travelled for a very long time from somewhere far away. Maybe he was a ferocious pirate that had been sailing the seas and was sleepy from all of his adventures. He might even be a brave knight who was exhausted from spending all his time fighting dragons. Look! He's not an elephant or a spaceman or a pirate or a knight. The rainforest. He is an animal called a sloth. We learned that our friend usually lives in the beautiful rainforests of Central and South America. The sloth is a type of three-toed sloth who uses his strong grip to stay in the trees. Sloths move very, very slowly. The sloth is a sleepy animal. He can sleep hanging in a tree for up to 20 hours a day. Sometimes a sloth lives in the same tree in a rainforest for years at a time. The rainforest has all the things that a sloth likes to eat best, such as leaves, fruit, twigs, and even bugs. The rainforest sounded wonderful. We decided there was only one thing for it. We found a nice big box and used all the stamps we could find. We packed him some lovely leaves to eat and toys for the journey. Please send to the rainforest. We were so happy the sloth had come all the way from the rainforest to visit. We would miss him lots, but we were glad he would be waking up back where he belonged. Deep in the rainforest, the sloth finally stirred. He had been having the most wonderful sleep. He lifted his head and looked around and said, "Excuse me, which way is the zoo?" The end. Well, what did you think, boys and girls? Did you like the story? I think it's quite funny. I like that how at the end he wasn't really from the rainforest at all, he was from the zoo. I've got an idea. We could do some extra activities about this story. You could draw a picture of the rainforest. You could draw a picture of animals that you could find in the rainforest. Or maybe even you could write a story about what you would do if you found a sloth in your garden. Would you take it to the zoo? Would you play with it? Would you keep it as your pet? Would you show Mum and Dad? What would you do? Have a think and then write down some of your ideas. And maybe at the end you can draw a lovely picture of a sloth. Here, this is what they look like. Thanks, boys and girls. See you soon.